5 years ago, the sky was torn apart as Hell's Gate Zero erupted. The S-class monster calamity descended upon the city, crushing several high-rise buildings with a single step. The human defenses collapsed completely, with S-rank hunters being crushed like ants. In despair, I tear through the sky. Codenamed Zero, I step alone into the gates of hell. A teenage boy was following behind me. His eyes have been mostly eroded by dark, demonic energy. I held my brother tightly as he was about to fully mutate. My hand pierced his heart, and the shadow power used his life as a medium to seal the gate of hell. The look in his eyes before he died, no hatred, only relief, has become my eternal nightmare. The seal was complete. I placed his ashes into an obsidian ring and vanished into the torrential rain. The news footage freezes. Savior Zero perishes together with Hell's Gate. Humanity ushers in peace, but no one knew that the man known as God chose to bury his name and exile himself. 5 years later, at the headquarters of the Hunter Association, I pushed a garbage cart into the freshly cleared dungeon, stepping over the scattered remains of monsters. Once the Lord of the Abyss, now just an expressionless cleaner. The recruitment manager of the Titan Guild, Jocks, passed by with a few underlings. He kicked over my cleaning bucket on purpose and sneered, "Look at this magicless trash, even worse than an F-grade loser." I silently started cleaning again. A silver-haired girl suddenly crouched down to help me pick up the tools and handed me a bottle of water. "You've worked hard." She is Elara Reed, the president of the Starlight Guild. Jocks sneered from the side. A soon-to-be bankrupt B-grade guild leader, quite the match for trash. Elara ignored it and gave me a faint smile before leaving. I touched the obsidian ring on my chest. Her gaze is so much like my brother's. That was the first pure kindness I have felt in 5 years. Soon after, Darius, the leader of the Titan Guild, stormed into the Starlight Guild with his men, slamming the agreement in front of Elara. "Sign it, hand over the guild and the underground magic crystal mines, and I might consider making you my personal secretary." Elara spat a mouthful of saliva onto the agreement. Jocks reached out and slapped her, but Darius hypocritically stopped him, saying, "Don't do this. We're here to cooperate." He tricked the Starlight Guild into a joint hunt. The situation inside the dungeon suddenly changed. It turned out to be an impending berserk red dungeon. The beast instantly crushed the Starlight Guild, but Darius led his men to retreat to the safe zone and watched coldly from the sidelines. An A-grade boss roared and charged towards Elara. At the critical moment, Elara turned around and shielded me tightly. "Run!" She thought I was just a powerless cleaner. The moment the sharp claws descended, my gaze turned icy, and my right hand lifted slightly. In the darkness, the boss's head silently fell to the ground. No one saw clearly what had happened. Only a wisp of black mist dissipated quietly from my fingertips. Darius boasted to the camera. At the critical moment, I unleashed an S-rank skill and killed this rampaging A-rank magical beast with a single strike. "That boss, ... wasn't killed by you." Elara clenched her fists, but couldn't produce any evidence. Darius sneered. "An accusation without evidence only makes you look like an ungrateful madwoman." Everyone began to insult Elara for being unreasonable, and she bit her lip, powerless to refute them. After the curtain fell, I walked up to the despondent Elara and asked, "Is your guild still recruiting?" She froze and smiled bitterly. "We can only afford a handyman." "Just as well. I'm only good at odd jobs," I nodded in reply. I gazed at Darius basking in glory in the distance, that clown who stole the honor. To protect this kindness, this dark hunter world, it's time to get to know me again.